Hi, welcome to this channel. My name is Diana, and I just want to continue the series that I started off speaking on widowhood. It's been a year and a half almost since my husband passed away, and I just want to go a little bit into depth on the grief cycle and the concerns that we have as we try to process all this, right? This has been a life-changing event, of course, definitely, inside of you as well as outside in the physical world. Things have changed. And I just want to talk a little bit about what helped me to cope and have, I guess, I don't want to say a smoother time processing this, but because of lack of better words, I think I'm gonna use that. This is a very bumpy like time in your life. You need to have friends there with you. I had friends that go to my church. I have friends that go to my church, not had. And they were there for me. I mainly reached out to them via text, and I would see them at church, and we would talk there as well and everything. But I want to say that in my mind, at this time that my husband passed away, I needed to return to finish my last year of my bachelor. I was working on my bachelor's, and I had to return back to school during this time that he passed away. The semester was starting again, and I had to really depend a lot on having this support system. For me, I needed a lot of prayer. For me, it was like I couldn't really talk to people exactly what I felt, because then I'd be crying, like I'd be bawling, and I really felt uncomfortable doing that. So for me, I found it easier to reach out via text. And every time that I texted them, I would only say short phrases like, "I'm not feeling well today. I need your prayer." That was it. Another time I would say, "I'm feeling very sad. Please pray for me. I need to get an assignment done. I need your prayers." And that was it. And every time, you know what the response was? "I am praying for you. We love you. You are a strong woman," right? Those words were enough for my soul. And I took it as encouragement of, I am not alone. If you are isolating yourself from people, it will be much harder for you to pass all the bumpiness of the grief. Like I mentioned in the previous video, the grief cycle is intense. It could become very intense, and it feels like it will never end. Because it just feels like it's going in circles. Like you were angry, now you're sad, now you're well again, and then the next day you're back at fighting with someone. Maybe if you're living with like a child, or with I don't know, if you had to get your you had to move out of your home where you were living with your spouse and now living with someone else. So you just feel like you want to be isolated, like you want to be by yourself, and you don't want to be dealing with your emotions in front of someone. And so for me, that was really the factor for me not reaching out in person, because I didn't want to share the intensity, you know. I didn't want to make anybody else uncomfortable, and I didn't want to feel like they just have no words for me, right? So the best that I could do was reach out to them and say just this short phrases, you know, like I'm not feeling well, and that's it. And as a matter of fact, some of them even would suggest, let's go out, let's go do this or do that, you know. And spontaneously, I took a road trip to San Diego with two of my friends, and that was 2 months after my husband passed away, right? And for me, that was just like such a relaxed moment, you know, such a relief, you know, to have company of friends that care for you and that love you, and they want to see you well, they want to see you happy, like genuinely. And so their presence is comforting. It is comforting. And so I would just suggest, you know, from this video, to have a group of friends that you can go to, or you can call on the phone, or you can text and say very short phrases like I'm not feeling well, or can you come over and help me with this, or you know, today I don't feel like doing any of this, or you know, if you want, you can have them come over. If you don't want, you just kind of state, you know, I'm not feeling well, but I don't want to receive a visit, you know. And if they're Christian, they will understand and they will give you your space, you know. And if you don't have any sort of background, or aren't a Christian, for you, I would just suggest, you know, it doesn't matter. You can tell your friends exactly the same things, right? To give you space when you need space, or for their presence, request their presence. And you will see that over time, you will just grow to appreciate more the friendship that you have built over previous years, and you will find like the value of friends, you know. It's in these moments when you get to see, you get to experience just how much you are loved. So I hope that you found this video helpful, and that you are able to find comfort in these times. And just know that I am praying for you, and I made this video for you, and I have you in mind, and it's something that God put in my heart to continue doing. So just to recap, I think what I wanted to come across is that friends are very valuable part of your grief journey, and you're not alone. Okay, and I just want to leave you with this. The eternal God is your refuge, and underneath are the everlasting arms. He will drive out your enemy before you, saying, destroy him. So God is with you as well. Okay, you're not alone. God bless.